Hi everyone, welcome to Sugar Glider Diaries. I'm Kimberly. So today on this episode, you're going to see the first 4 days of bonding with my new Sugar Glider girl. You're going to see what name we ended up definitively picking for her. And if you don't know her story or anything about that, please watch the video that I'm going to attach in the card here. I don't know, here, I can't remember, somewhere. And in the description box. That video explains that she is a rehome, why she's being rehomed, all of that, and then also goes through kind of how we picked her name. Keep in mind that my first 4 days with my Sugar Glider are going to look a lot different than your first 4 days for a couple reasons. The main reason is because this Sugar Glider has suspected medical conditions that we are in the process of getting her diagnosed and treated for. So I had to mess with her a lot more than I normally would have if she came with a clean bill of health from a reputable breeder. I would never have messed with her for the first couple of days. As you'll see in the video though, I did have to. Also keep in mind that this is just what I did with this specific Sugar Glider in this specific instance. I'm just doing the very best that I can with information that I have and the resources that I have. I am in no way saying that this is what you should do, because every situation is different. Please consult your vet before making any decisions for your Sugar Glider's care. And keeping in mind too that a rehome situation is very different than a reputable breeder purchase situation. So every situation is different. This is really kind of just documenting what I did, less of a you should do this and more of a this is what I did. So hope you enjoy. I also just wanted to say that this first few days of bonding for us, the first few days of interaction, has been a kind of an emotional roller coaster. So please bear with me as I document that. I'm going to do the very best that I can just to be real with you guys and show you the realities.
Hello, baby girl. What a sweet baby you are. Good morning. Hello, baby. That's a sweet baby. Hello. Yes, what a good girl. That's a good girl. Okay. I'm gonna let you go back to sleep. So it's the morning after we got this new little girl, and she seemed to eat really well for a first night anyway. I watched her eat a couple treats, and I watched her go to her food dish a few times, and it seems like a pretty decent amount of food has been eaten from her TPG, so that's really great. You always want to announce that you're here. You don't want to just suddenly do something with the new glider. So I'm going to put these little fleece pieces that I slept with last night in her pouch, but I'm purposely talking so she knows that someone's here before I just open her cage silently and stick these in. So it's okay. It's okay, baby girl. She's obviously going to be more freaked out because she can't see. I don't have the pouch open. This is where an open environment pouch helps a lot. Oh. It's okay, sweet girl. Just giving you some blankies. It's okay. I'm just giving you some blankies. Yeah. Just giving you some blankies. That's a good girl. Little bit of crabbing and tiny bit of lunging from the pouch there, but that's to be expected. She's had a very long couple days and she's in a very new place and she's probably a little freaked out. So this is day one. Just getting my energy drink ready for this morning because I need it after an 18-hour road trip yesterday, and I'm getting ready for work right now. But a couple thoughts that I'm doing with this new girl. I'm not changing my shampoos or my lotions or anything like that for the first however long so that my smell stays the same. I'm quarantining her in a separate room from my colony of 3 because I want to be able to do a cold intro. So the way that you do a cold intro is you have to have them not smell or see each other while the one glider is being quarantined. And I'm having to quarantine her because there's suspicion that she might have a parasite, which is one of the reasons why she might be having these seizures, if she is having seizures. Sorry, I'm not using an ice maker because my kids are still asleep and it's loud, so that was a 1-by-1 ice cube thing. So I'm quarantining her so that when I do introduce her to the colony after she's clear from everything, they won't have seen her or smelled her. And there's also a really specific quarantine procedure that I'll go over later, but that's why she's in a completely different room than my gliders. So yeah, that's what I'm doing this morning.
I'm so tired. Too old for an 18-hour road trip. That was rough. Not really, actually. It was really fun. The last, probably 4th was pretty rough, which I knew it was going to be. I went to work this morning. I worked some extra hours because I took yesterday off, and now it's the afternoon, early evening, no, it's 3 o'clock. So I came home, checked on baby girl, and just kind of put my ear up to the sleeping pouch. She was kind of purring, kind of, doing just fine, just sleeping, obviously. She's eating really good, drinking really good. I haven't noticed any seizures or anything like that. I'm going to watch her quite a bit tonight. I might take her out and do a tent test just to make sure she's not dehydrated. I really don't think she is, though. She looks really good. I'll probably film that, but just so you know, really when you get a new glider, you really need to let them just relax. Don't mess with them a bunch. Don't try to bond with them yet. They're already starting bonding with you because they should be smelling the blankets, the little fleece blankets, anti-pill fleece blankets you put in their bonding bag, or in their sleeping pouch, sorry, not bonding bag. And then they're getting to hear your voice. Like right now I'm talking and she's hearing me because she's just in the cage over behind me. She heard my kids earlier. She saw me this morning when I looked in there. So you starting that process is just very baby step the first couple days. So I will probably do this today and tomorrow. I might sit by the cage and talk to her tonight, observe her, maybe offer treats to the bars because she did seem pretty receptive to me last night. But if your glider is lunging and hiding from you, you would want to even wait to do that. So, but I'm just playing it by ear with how her physical cues that she's giving me, I'm basing all of my progression in the next steps to that. But because it's just the first couple of days, I'm really going to try to not mess with her as much as possible. She might crab, so don't freak out. Okay, little girl. I know, it's okay. It's okay. So if they're crabbing, you can kind of put some just firm pressure, not hard, but just firm pressure on the bag that they're in. It just kind of soothes them. So I got her out so I can do a tent test on her, just to make sure she's not dehydrated, so I know if I need to be giving her some extra non-flavored infant Pedialyte.
Yep, she's right.
Thank you. It's okay. You guys haven't heard that noise in a long time, have you?
Oh.
It's okay, sweetheart. She doesn't know our voices, and she's very unfamiliar with us, so that's okay. So I just put a Yogi in there. It's okay, baby girl. It's okay. It's okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to secure her head so that she can't bite me. I know. So I'm going to secure. I already did. Oop. Hold on. I'm going to secure her head so she can't bite me. And then I'm going to lift up on the back of her skin.
Does that
and just
hurt?
No, it does not hurt. I am not too happy with that, actually. Can you get a different angle, Dalton? Can you videotape this way? Like this? Yeah, hold it right there, please.
You're not happy about
I'm not really happy about how fast her skin is not retracting. So see how it's kind of it's kind of hard because she's not flat out.
Yeah. Oh,
did you find your treat? Yes, you found your treat, didn't you? Yes, you found your treat. Yes, you did. Here's another one. Here's another one. Another one, yeah. See, I will take it and I will grab. It's okay. It's okay.
Like, what is that?
I know.
Alright, you can really see them good.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to see is if the back, so I'm holding her neck so she can't whip around and bite me. I'm trying to see if the back of her skin.
Yeah, it's not retracting.
It's not really retracting. So what I'm gonna do.
Dehydrated?
She might be. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give her some, so what I'm gonna do is give her some infant Pedialyte as a supplement. So I'm gonna put the bag back in the cage, get that ready, and then I will give that to her. Okay, so I mixed up some infant Pedialyte. I'll show you the bottle that I used so you know for reference, and some honey, and just for flavor because the infant Pedialyte doesn't really taste like anything. So I'm really hoping she'll drink from this. My gliders love to, but she also doesn't trust me yet. So we're kind of at a disadvantage. So we're gonna give this a shot. And she's not gonna be happy about it. I know. I know. Ooh, you're okay. Boy, you are pissed today, aren't you? The infant Pedialyte should only be given in emergency situations and not on a regular basis. Otherwise, it can mess up the glider's electrolyte balance. Oh, there. Okay, so I'm holding her like this, so she's in one place, and now she's drinking from the syringe in the middle of crabbing. I'm holding her like this, and then putting the syringe in there. I know, it's so sad. But you need to drink this, little girl. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Oh, good job. Good job drinking. Good job drinking. This is just a pits. It's okay. I know. You're so mad. This is the second time that I've given her the Pedialyte treatment with honey this day. For the sake of time on this video, I'm not going to show the whole treatment, but I just wanted to document it. You look so tough. You're drinking with your eyes closed. Isn't that so scary? It's okay.
Let me at him.
I know. I know. Definitely wouldn't want to put your finger by your face right now, that's for sure. So I'm here editing, just watching a little mess over here. So just keeping an eye on her while I'm editing the video I'm going to post tomorrow. And so you saw me give her liquids. I also put a little bit of the Pedialyte mixture in with her TPG just because Yeah, just a little bit in the bottom, not to make it very, very liquidy, just a little bit. And then I also washed and cut up some grapes and chopped them up real small and put them in for her foraging for tonight, because those are like a high moisture food. I know some people say that sugar gliders can't have grapes, but they can. It's not an unsafe food like it was once thought to be. So yeah, end of official full day 1 of her being here. I think she is pouch protective. We'll talk about that more later. But she's going to settle in just fine. She is pretty feisty. That's how Natiri was when I first got her, and you see how mellow she is now. So we're going to do just fine. Oh no. I want to try. Okay. Okay. That's a good girl. You took the treat, didn't you? That's a good girl. Oh, that's a nummy, isn't it? Another one. Hmm? That's a good girl. That's a good girl. Okay, I don't think you could see any of that because I didn't expect that to be so hard. But basically she was not sleeping in her pouch that I could easily access. She was sleeping in an open environment pouch. She did crab at me and lunge at me a little bit, even from the open environment pouch. So this is going to be an interesting adventure with us. She is freaked out for sure. And I feel terrible that I have to continue to mess with her to get her hydrated, but her medical needs come above her comfort at this point, unfortunately. Otherwise, there's no way I would be messing with her at this point. She's desperately trying to find some place to go back to sleep that's not the pouch that she thinks that I'll mess with her in. She has her pouch that she came in, but yesterday that's the pouch that I used to give her medicine. So now I think she doesn't want to go in there. Not medicine, but hydration, Pedialyte with honey. So now she's trying to figure out where she can go to sleep that's not that pouch. So I put a different pouch in there. I'm going to go ahead and go back to work, let her settle down. Hopefully, I don't really have anything else in there that she can go to sleep in where I think she would feel like she can hide. We'll see. I'll be home in a couple hours from work, and then we'll try it again. Poor thing. I know. I know. I'm so sorry. But I have to get you out of that pouch. And how to do that without getting bit is going to be... Oh boy. Okay, hey, we could use this. I could use this. Ooh, okay, I think I'm just going to try to do this in here. Oh boy. Okay, this is not ideal. This is not an ideal pouch, for sure. It's okay, honey. It's okay, I know. I know. I know. I know. I know. So sorry. I'm so sorry, little girl. She is so mad. So sorry. I think it's a little bit better than yesterday, but it's not great. Yeah. That's it. Your medicines. That's a good girl. That's a good girl. I'm not going to show the whole treatment, but you get the idea. I'll just show the highlights of this treatment. If she didn't have medical concerns, there's absolutely no way I would be messing with her like this. It's okay, honey. I know. So sorry. So sorry. Here you go. There you go. There you go. Okay, now I really have removed everything she could possibly go to sleep in. I didn't think she would sleep in that because I thought it would be too open environment for her. But there we go. You want a treat? That's a good girl. That's a good girl. Here. Good girl. Good girl. Okay. Okay, so I just went to leave and I realized that her water bottle that was up to here last night has all drained down into the bottom of her cage. That's why her pouch felt wet. I have no idea what that's all about because I've never had that happen before. All right, I'm gonna fill that back up and then I'm gonna go back to work. I'm so frustrated. Okay, so it's a learning experience for me. What must have happened, hold on, let me just back up. I was only supposed to be leaving work for like 15 minutes and that turned into almost an hour ordeal. So, which is not her fault, that's my fault. So basically, okay, what I should have done differently, because I knew I needed to have access to her to test for dehydration and give her fluids, I should have only had closed environment pouches in there. But I didn't think that she would choose to sleep in one of the open environment pouches with this pouch protected and freaked out as she is. I was wrong, and the main reason why I was wrong is because her pouch is all wet. Why is her pouch all wet? Because I made the stupid decision of putting it too close to her food dish. So the only thing I can think of that happened is that it got pushed against her water, you know, where the water comes out, and it must have like caused the water bottle to oh my gosh, to constantly be leaking. So it soaked her, not soaked, but her pouch was pretty wet. It was damp anyway. And then the whole bottom of the cage was really like, all the pellets had obviously absorbed quite a bit of moisture, and the water bottle was empty. Ooh. I feel really stupid, basically. Of course, the glider that I'm trying to treat for dehydration runs out of water. That's awesome. It just makes me feel super great. So anyway, I only have an I only have a closed environment pouch in her cage right now, so that's all that she can go to sleep in. Hopefully that's what she chooses to do. I don't know what else she would do. So when I get home from work in an hour and a half or so, then I will do this all over again. I feel really bad. The poor thing hates me, but her health comes before bonding at this point, so. Okay, done with work for the day, heading home. I'm really, really hoping that she is in the one sleeping pouch that I gave her so I can take her out easier and give her more hydration. I'll probably do that multiple times today, as much as she's gonna hate it. I'm also really trying to take my own advice and go into this relationship with this new glider with no expectations, because I think that's really important, that I don't have a timeline, I don't have expectations, I don't overthink it. That goes against my nature, but it is what I would advise anybody to do with a new glider. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take it day by day, sometimes hour by hour. Try not to get in my head about the possibilities of the health concerns that she might have, what tomorrow holds, and just take it day by day and prioritize her health over our bonding at the moment. Do what I can with the bonding. Try to give her as many treats through the bars now that she'll take them from me. Probably read her a book tonight. Maybe even read her a book this afternoon, or, talk to her quite a bit this afternoon. If I'm being 100% honest, I'm a little overwhelmed today. Not because anything terrible has happened. I feel really terrible about the water thing. Probably could cry about it if I'm being honest. I feel a huge sense of responsibility for this glider. I just want to do the best by her. So, yeah. For the sake of documenting this, that's where I'm at right now. So I just got home. She is not sleeping in the pouch. She is a smart cookie, I will tell you that much. She is sleeping underneath the glider go-round cover. I'll show you. Hi, baby girl. I'm so sorry. It makes me so sad that you're so scared. I'm so sorry, honey. Oh boy. Now I have to take that away from her. Unless she'll take some of the stuff from the dropper without being in the pouch. That would be ideal. I'll try that first. Long story short, nope, she did not take it from the dropper, and I had to take that away from her. So that was not very fun. All right, she did not take it, and so now I'll just wait for her to give up and go to sleep. The only other place I think she can, which is the pouch. Right there. Oh, she finally gave up and went into the pouch. Yay. So I'm going to take her out and give her some of this before she goes back to sleep, and I'll let her sleep soundly for a couple hours. BRB. Okay, so I'm giving her medicine, but I'm also thinking I might be able to trim a couple nails while I have her like this. She's pretty... That's a good girl. That's a good girl. I'm holding her like this, and she has her little paws out. So I'm trying to trim her nails while she's like this. Good job. Good job. Okay, that's a few of them anyway. Okay. Let's get you some more liquids. Okay, so I have to modify her cage because I need to give her actually no open environment pouch options, because I need to be able to take her out and test her and give her fluids and stuff. So this is kind of opposite of what I'd recommend unless your glider has some sort of medical reason for this. But for her, this is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to put her pouch back in now that it's dry. And I'm going to put a couple vines and a couple toys in there. So she has things to interact with, but it won't be the same things that I had in her cage before. Nothing that she can hide in. So that means for a couple days anyway, probably no glider go round, which makes me sad. But I think Chase kind of forcing her out of all these places that she's comfortable in order to give her fluids is traumatizing in and of itself. So at least for a couple of days, I'm going to take that out. Good morning. So one freaked out little girl. Boys, I'm making a video. Can you stop talking just for a minute? So today is Saturday. We picked up this little girl on Wednesday. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, this is the start of our third day having her in our home. She hates me because every interaction we've had, I've had to force her to have some Pedialyte. So this morning I got her out of her pouch and I'm just holding her like this. I'm just rubbing her head. I don't know if you could really see that or hear that. She hates my voice. But she's actually purring. Like I'm holding her in my hand and I'm rubbing her head with my thumb through the pouch. And she's actually clicking a little bit. And she will close her eyes and kind of get relaxed. I'm going to do this for a little bit before and after I give her her Pedialyte treatment this morning. Just so that all of our interactions are not negative. Normally I would just say leave her alone for a few days, but I can't leave her alone just with the medical situation we're in. So this is what I'm going to try this morning. And I feel pretty good about it because at least then some of our interactions will be positive. Okay, Pika is a fan of head rubs.
Wait, her name was Pika?
I think so. That's what I'm going to call her for now.
Her name is Pika.
Do you like Pika? I like Pika too.
She looks like a Pika. She looks like a Pika.
I think she does look like a Pika.
What's a Pika?
Her.
She's sweet like a Pika too.
Okay, I'm going to give her some of this. But I just did a tent test and it's better than yesterday. So I'm just going to do this one treatment with her today and then the rest of the time just have snuggly interactions.
Oh, so cute. She doesn't sound like Pika anymore.
Pika can be sweet and she can be salty. Like Pika de Gallo. Even when you're mad, you're cute.
It's catchy. Pika.
Pika, Pika, Pika. Yeah, pets are not just all about the fun, huh?
Gosh, that's so funny.
I know. She says, please stop. I don't want anymore. Almost done.
That's funny. Bye, guys.
Okay, today's a new day. I'm taking this as a victory. She is purring while I'm rubbing her in the pouch. That is a victory. Don't make fun of my cool double shirt. I have my shirt that I'm holding her in, and then I take it off because I don't want to, I have like designated clothes that I wear with her just in case she does have a parasite, so I don't transfer it to the babies, my other 3. Last night, I don't think I updated you. I gave her a couple more Pedialyte treatments, Pedialyte and honey treatments, and I did end up trimming a few of her nails. I probably got half of them just because they were out and I was already torturing her anyway, so I might as well just get double whammy. And the first 2 nights, she would take treats through the bars. No, the first night she took treats through the bars. Last night, she would not take anything from me. She was so mad. I don't blame her. So, yeah, that's where we're at as far as bonding goes. And health-wise, she has a doctor's appointment on Tuesday. So I'm just trying to watch her as much as I can and document stuff so that I can have information to give the doctors on Tuesday. So I didn't read her a story. I didn't interact with her really at all last night. She was petrified of me, and I just wanted to respect her space. So I just gave her a night off from me. As I'm sitting here rubbing her, I'm just thinking too, last night, poor girl. She was so mad by the last time I gave her her treatment that when I put her back in her cage, it's probably like 7:30, she would not go back in any of her pouches because she knew that that's how I got her to get her treatment. And she just was kind of hanging on the bars for like a very long time, probably half an hour or so. I finally went around and kind of just like scratched the back part of the bars like through the fleece so that she would move from there, and then hoping that she would go in a pouch. I even warmed up some of the pouches so that she would be nice and snuggly. She would not go in any of them. I just put them in the dryer for like a little bit, and they were not hot, by the way, they were just warm. And I put them in the dryer and tried to show them to her. She would not go in any of them. She ended up sitting in the corner of her cage, face in the corner, like pouting. That's how I envisioned that she was doing. She would not go in any of her pouches, and then later that night she would not take any treats from me. So she hated me yesterday for sure. All right, so still day 3. I'm dressed up because I'm a wedding photographer and we have a wedding today. So because we're not going to get back until about their dinner time tonight, I am going to wash up the sugar glider dishes. By the way, so I just got this new one, ordered it off of Amazon, which is great. It's fine. I did not examine it very closely before I just pressed order. It's Exotic Nutrition. I got a box in the mail from Exotic Nutrition and I was like, dang it. And I don't like it as much as my other one. It's not bad or anything. It's a good product, but darn it. Anyway, so I'm going to wash up their dishes, get the cubes in there and put them in the fridge so that when we come home tonight, they'll already be unthawed but still cold and not room temperature all day. And then I'll put the vitamins on. I've been mixing them in for the little one because she's not eating as much just because she's stressed out. So I want her to make sure she doesn't pick around it. And because there's suspicion that she could be calcium deficient based off of some of her symptoms that was seen by the previous owner. So that's what I'm going to do. And then I'm really hoping that I'll have a little bit of time after I get everything organized for some snuggles. I'm hoping, because I'm not going to give her any more of her electrolyte stuff. I'm trying to torture her as little as possible. Her tent test seemed better today. So I'm hoping I can just take her out, keep her in the pouch, and just rub her so that all of our interactions are not negative. And then she'll be left alone like all day. She'll be able to sleep soundly, hopefully get a really good day's sleep, and then we'll start over tomorrow. All right, so Pika, I just got home and from our wedding, and I put in her food dish. She did not crab at all, which is great. And she even took a treat from my hand through the bars. So I think the snuggling time has worked, and I think not having to give her as much forced Pedialyte has helped too. So yay, small victories. That's what it's all about.
Okay.
Here's the thing. I think you're right. I think it was Kelly. I think she's mad at us for not coming to a party.
Oh man, I knew it. We're co-conspirators.
Probably just Kelly.
Obviously. I knew it.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. What?
You were right.
I was right.
What's going on?
Why don't you tell us?
Nothing's going on.
Let me paint you a picture of a little girl from southern India.
I don't know what you're talking about. This is the first time I'm hearing about
Vicious.
this.
Come on. You juked this.
But you know what? I did it because you guys didn't come to my party and you said you would try to, and then you didn't even show up, and so you're bad friends.
We have our
I know. It's so scary. It's so scary. I know it. I hear you. I know, but nothing's gonna happen. I'm just sitting here. Yeah, I know. Very scary. Yeah. Okay, Pika update day 4, I guess it is. So today we spent, probably a good 2.5 hours of her in her sleeping pouch, me rubbing her on the couch. You just saw clips from that. She did crab quite often if I, laughed or moved suddenly, or I tried to kind of peek in the pouch at her. But I could always get her to settle down. She never tried to escape the pouch by any means. She just yelled at me. I'm joking around saying that she's spicy like pico de gallo. She is definitely spicier than any of my other gliders that I had. Natiri was probably the closest to that the first couple days that I had her, but it's a different situation, and Natiri was younger. I didn't have to force feed Natiri anything, so we have some trust to rebuild with Pika. This is my kids' fort thing that they just built. That's why, yeah. Anyway, so I'm just gonna leave her be for the rest of the evening. I'm now doing my regular bonding with my 3 that loves me. Hey, the babies. Hey, the babies. You're not gonna crab at me, are ya?
All right, sorry about the terrible lighting, you guys. Obviously, I'm trying to keep it dimly lit in here so I can see her, just watch how she's doing, but not too bright that she won't get out and play and stuff. So I'm just going to read her a little story. I'm probably going to read to her for maybe 20 minutes or so tonight. I'm really tired. I'm going to go to bed soon. And we spent quite a bit of cuddle time on the couch, like I said before today. She just took a treat from me through the bars, so I'm going to offer a couple or more of those as I read the story so she associates my voice with positive things. And then I'm going to call it a night and go to bed. So I thought I'd just update you guys. You're much more curious about me, aren't you? Now that you got a few treats through the bars, and you heard me reading some stories, and it was all nice. Hello. Hello.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Please stay tuned. The next episode that you'll see is the Sugar Glider's doctor visit. And I will be making a playlist of all of these videos of Pika, from finding out we were gonna get her, our road trip, this video, and then all the videos on her specific care on forward will be on a playlist shortly. So I hope you enjoy.